Hey, um, I've wanted to use certain games as examples of game design principles that I'm holding, uh, critiquing even some of my favorites, like Visage here, in order to really elucidate kind of how I think when I play a game, and what kinds of things I look out for. Visage, to me, has always been an example of a game that has an amazing idea that loses confidence in that idea over time. Um, and I guess we can get into what I mean by that. I'm gonna double check my recording, see if it's working. Yeah. Yeah, it is. We can get into what I mean by that as the game progresses. Maybe I need to be reminded of how this game goes a little bit. But we will essentially be going through this experience like a Let's Play. And typically I'm going to only include the parts where I'm speaking, unless there's some important imagery that you need to see. So, yeah. Treat this kind of like a impromptu video essay that is more so just a dump of my thoughts as I play this game. I think, to note at the beginning, this is pretty much the point where the story is at its most interesting to me, as far as I remember. This opening cutscene. Yeah, notice the silence, just the rawness of this. Man kills his family and himself in the most, like, disturbing scene, right? And it's worth noting that this game takes a lot of inspiration from PT, especially with this early section. And I'm not exactly sure how this part of the game ties into that opening story. Um, I haven't ever finished Visage, and it's for a certain reason. Um, but the way that this game establishes atmosphere early on is unlike most others, you know. And if you've watched Oni play this game, you probably have experienced this. Even they were kind of silenced by the atmosphere of this game, where it's genuinely scary for a little bit. Um, because it shows so much restraint, right? You're just going through this house, and it's literally just a dark house that's rendered with amazing fidelity, and that's enough to keep you on your toes, right? That's enough to actually startle you. Here.
Hello, Dwayne. It's Rose, your neighbor. I know it's late, and I know that I tend to be a little anxious about small things. I apologize for that, but I'm getting a bit worried. I haven't seen you out of the house in about 3 weeks. Is everything all right? Could you call me just to let me know everything's fine? All right. Bye-bye.
Interesting. So she's hearing some of the commotion going on. I don't know who I'm playing as. Whether I'm playing as the serial killer father or what. Here. I can... Wait, oh, what is it? Yeah, both buttons to rotate. Yeah. How do you turn it, put it down? Oops, I don't know how to put it down. Drop it from the left hand. Okay. Weird. But as I said, I think that opening cutscene was the most interest I ever had in the story because, well, as we'll see, I don't think they stick the landing with this game. But we'll get there when we get there. I'm at the moment just getting into the actual silence of this game. Doors jammed. Oh, I gotta go through this dark hallway. Okay. I guess there's that little tutorial. Paranormal events occur randomly throughout the game. Learn to identify these paranormal... I mean... Imagine if they didn't explain that. And that was something you had to learn through gameplay. Yeah.
The temperature won't drop below 70
As I said,
degrees,
inspired by
and it's gonna be
PT.
one hell of a sunny day. Get your sunscreen towels
I think
out
it
and take
took
your
a
whole
very
family to the
good
beach.
lesson from
Take a day
PT.
off and
Oh,
show your
wait,
loved
there's
ones
this.
how much you care about them on this wonderful vacation.
Yeah.
On another note, today we got a special guest with us, and we're gonna have a lot of fun stuff. His
So,
name is Dwayne Anderson.
I think I can... Yeah. Need a key with a small mirror attached. What the... There is a certain... I feel like when a game bombards you with tutorials like that, it does show a certain lack of confidence in the game design. If you have visual prompts on your screen telling you what the controls do... Also, I will not be clicking this because this leads to a DLC story. But if you have visual prompts telling you what the buttons do at all times, there's no need to actually give you a tutorial on how to do certain things, I think. I think if you have a light bulb and you have a broken light, the logic would dictate that you can go over to the thing, and then you have this prompt at the bottom of the screen telling you that you can repair this light bulb. That's all you need. I don't think you need a pop-up to tell the player that the light bulb can go repair the light. I think it comes across as a lack of confidence in the player's ability to notice things. Here. No. So there's these special DLC chapter objects that I don't care for in this game. I'm starting to lose my sanity. Look at the light, bro. Look at the light. There you go. Regain that sanity by staring into the light. Because, I don't know, that's not how you would treat any normal story or campaign, where it's like, here's an entire optional side section that serves as its own complete narrative. Like, why not make that part of the main menu or something? The reason I have an issue with that is, that actually is confusing, especially if you don't signpost it. I guess they did signpost it properly, but... I've had bad experiences with that, where I completed an entire optional section of a game just trying to, like, make progress in the main campaign. I need a flashlight or something. Here, let me open. Can't open this. I think I have to go into the darkness. Oh, shit. I have to go up into this bathroom. Interact. Candles can be placed here. Cool. You got the Amnesia-style door controls. Here, if the volume... I think the volume could be turned up, to be honest. Let's put it like... If it gets too loud, I will turn it back down, but... Yeah, we want to be able to hear, like, all the creaking, because that's part of the experience. Okay. Razor, some pills. They make it so that, like, opening things is really slow with the... Oh, that snapshot for some reason. Every time I compliment this game, it, like, goes back on what I said. Okay. What was in here? Just some towels. Okay. Cool. If I had a light bulb, I could fix that. There's a really dark corner over here. Why is it... Oh my fucking god. Increase that sanity, bro. There we go. Everything's okay. There's a light bulb here. The sanity being increased kind of makes me feel better. Slightly. Very slightly. Oh, yes. Cool. Tiny bastard. Dude, you just hear sounds upstairs like... I think I need to come back here with the light source. I'm not gonna go through the dark like that. Here we go. Dude. There's no light source. I mean, I might need to literally... Turn up the brightness. Okay, camera pressure. Make sure the bottom visage is invisible. Okay. The top one wasn't even visible, so that was my issue. Okay. Okay. That's a little bit better. Okay, so now I can kind of see. The bottom visage was invisible when I was doing that. So now it's still dark as shit in here, so I'm not going through there. Well, now I can open this closet, maybe? The creaks, dude. The creaks of the door. This is why this game is awesome. It took, I think, the best part of PT and ran with it. Pills are your sanity. Yeah. Cool. Jesus. Beginning a chapter. You see... I think this whole chapter separation thing might be part of my issue. Where it's... where it's all about getting through this pre-made story. You know? And they have all these, like, narrative beats to get through. My opinion is, it, at this point, has become pretty radical in terms of the way I think games should be treated. I have this idea in my mind that games are kind of a mixture of two sorts of enjoyment. They are... God, it's dark. There we go. They're on a spectrum between toys and stories. That's my big idea that I came to not too long ago. Where I believe that it's often the case that developers start making a game as a toy, and then they believe that their game needs to be something more, so they add a story later. This is kind of the opposite way that I think Nintendo works when they make a game. Right? They'll make a game around a gameplay concept, and the story, like, they don't really care too much about the story. They certainly won't let the story get in the way of the gameplay. Except I guess in the case of, like, something like Zelda or whatever, something where they're going a little bit more cinematic with it. Where I think they just kind of treat the story as part of what they're going for. Whether it be world building or what. Oh, I took the pills. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Can I zoom? Is there a zoom? I don't think there's a zoom. But when you treat a game as a toy, you leave room open for the players to discover how it works and also kind of form their own story themselves. You know? And I'm not saying, like, completely remove all... So, like... Cool. Cool. Closing that door. I'm not saying completely remove all. Holy shit! Look at completely remove all like symbology or symbolism from your game, right? Because that's obviously needed even to have that toy-like atmosphere. Because everything here is an object that like looks like something out of the real world, or is supposed to kind of remind you of that. You need something like that in order for the game to even make sense as a game. Um, but when you let that overwrite the player's own experience, when you stop them in their tracks and say, well, now you have to listen to this story. Um, it does interrupt this toy-like experience. It kind of put a stopper on the player's own interpretation, to feed them more of the developer's interpretation. And if the developer is not careful, they can actually kill their game by doing this. And there's many examples I can cite where this is the case. And I do believe Visage is one such example, because like, okay, so as incredible as this atmosphere is, when we start this chapter, it's going to essentially push all of this to the back burner and give us, I think it's this chapter, maybe it's a different chapter, but it's going to give us something a little bit more traditional, you know? Can I get this? Yeah. Let's do it. There are two types of items: key items and dynamic items. Okay. Key items are stored in your key inventory. Okay. So I think tab is the inventory button. Yeah. Okay. So I just picked that up, which means we're starting a story segment. Like it's definitely like signposted, And I guess they realized at some point, like, we don't want to railroad someone with all this like highly directed experience when they're just trying to explore the house. So they gave you the option to like not do it yet. And that, while that might sound good, it's also an admission that their game is divided, you know? So we are now able to open this closet as a result of starting the chapter. I'm not quite sure what... Okay, I'm gonna grab that. Yeah. Dual wielding sanity pills. Bitch, you think I'm scared? I got drugs. I got antidepressants up the ass here. Let's open this. I love the restraint of this game, though. Look at how not jump scary this game is. It's just a house, but it's fucking terrifying. They've got like clothes piled up on the bed. It looks like they were trying to get out of here in a hurry. Because I've seen other games trying to pull this off, and they just can't help themselves. They have to throw jump scares into each closet, as you open it. They have to play that game. What's this? Looking for the garage key? It's probably in your jeans pockets in the laundry room. What does it say? Thank me, blah blah blah. As always, thank me later, honey. Okay. Jeans pocket in the laundry room. Let's go. I don't know if I'm hearing the game, like, tumbling upstairs in the game, or if that's in real life. So, is this a laundry room? Laundry room? Okay. I'm looking around, I'm not finding what I need to see. Oh. It didn't actually count. Okay. Now we are... Okay. See how it's like signposting the chapter? I messed up. I didn't actually pick up the thing. The insidious friend. Ooh. See, because they've built up an atmosphere of not doing anything, the second that this door creaks open like that, you're just like, oh shit. Because the game has built up so much restraint, you know. And of course, it's just the door. There's no jump scare in here. The developer isn't trying to, like, take their earnings early, you know. Knock, knock. I like this little implication here. It's drawing this insidious entity on the other side of the wall. This is clever, actually. And then it stops knocking. And then you're like, oh no. Oh, I see. It left a little teddy bear. Okay, and then this door is open now because the chapter was started. I see. You got this weird film on the television. Ah. And it shows another part of the house. This is the shit that I love about this game. So you want to go to where the gramophone is. To the door on the right. I don't know where that is. Unless it's over here. This room is a hub containing items that represent your progress throughout the game. These items are collected in different ways, including the end of a chapter. Once collected, these items will automatically appear in the progress room. I don't know if I like that blatant explanation. You see, because it's like, what it does is it pulls you aside and it says, actually, okay, so we're gonna pause the play real quick. We're gonna pause the immersion, and we're going to explain this thing to you like it's a tabletop game, you know? I don't think I care for that, because it just kind of sucks you out of it. If there was a better way to do this, I think they should have looked for one. Because I believe that they don't realize what they're losing when they do this. Candles are stationary lights that can be lit with a lighter. Indeed. I don't have a lighter, though. Okay. So this looks like it's got a gramophone. It's got a banister. I think this is a certain room. Oh, there's a figure in the doorway as well. Yeah, I think that's part of like the PT inspiration, you know? This can read video cassette. Okay. Yeah, it was always cool, like, the way PT used real photographs in the game to just lend it that little sense of reality. Ah, basement key. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably edit out that wandering segment except for the parts where I was saying something relevant. It's locked. You need a garage key. Oh, basement key is different. Basement key, I think, is over here. This thing is perpetually swinging. Yeah. There you go. Here's our first lighter. Oh. Let's recover our sanity by looking into the light. They're gonna take these lights away pretty soon. Bitch. Shush. Okay. I have the damn basement key. Okay. There we go. This is the kitchen. Alright. Is there a light switch in here? Should be, yeah, over here. Water cooler. I like water cooler. Interact. We're gonna unblock this door. Yeah, honestly, guys, this is kind of a Metroidvania. Just saying, it's a little bit of a Metroidvania. Here we go, the laundry room. Gotta find the pants, right? Uh-huh. Keys in the pants. Cool. I'm wondering how much of this is pertinent to the chapter, or how much of this is just me exploring. Oh, and this was the reason the other door was jammed. Would you look at that? I like the puzzle solving in the house, right? It keeps it simple, you know. And it is still spooky. Grab the key. Yeah. Opening the door slowly. Got that used up. What do you call those? Fuck if I know. Avoid standing in the dark for too long. I mean, dude, there's a light right here. I'm staring at the light. Is it gonna work? Yeah. Okay. Beep. Is there anything? I mean, there would have had to have been a reason for me to sit in the car, right? Like, no? No? Okay. Garage. I have the garage key. Let's try it. Yes. Is that common? Having one key for like multiple doors? I guess. Basement key. I have the basement key. Jesus. Oh. Oh shit. Stare at it until we feel good again. It's like swimming in the water. You gotta hold your breath. Get some air. What is this? Okay. It's a work in progress basement. I've got the basement key. Look at that. So much has opened up to me. Something spooky happened? Seriously, I'm missing things, right? It's nice that they are not taking the camera's control away from me. you know, when they want something spooky to happen, but it's also like they should design their spooks around the idea that the player has freedom, you know? They shouldn't have you walking through a trigger box and the game being like, ooh, scary. I got a Russian nesting doll. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go downstairs again to try to find that spot where the gramophone was. Here, turn that off. Dude, and just the simplicity of having a coat hanging in the closet, right? That's freaky, dude. Look at how engrossed I am right now, just because the game hasn't really jerked me around a whole lot. It's giving me the freedom to just walk through here. And normally, if I hadn't experienced this game before, this would be... I would be so terrified, you know? I see. Okay, so there was an entire section here that I didn't go to. Is this where shit gets real? Here, yeah, let's... Yeah, we're gonna light a damn candle. Go ahead and do this. Give me that. Please. Please. So there's the gramophone. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, let me recover some sanity real quick. That was a nice strategic candle there. Right, and they make good use of this camera. Oh. I do note that this game is better than many others about this sort of thing. Yeah, it's not just randomly chasing you. It's something you notice, right? I guess it was drawing me in this direction. I have the camera. Oh. Okay, okay. Here, let's grab this. I'm gonna do another candle here because they want me to. Let's flip that on. Wait for the sanity to return. It's like Metroid Prime 2, you know, you gotta wait for the health to tick back up again before you go out. Oh, good lord. Garage key, okay. We're gonna need to tap the garage key. There you go. Hey! And we're back. So that, you know that nightmare room? The PT reference room? It's gone! It's totally not there anymore. Because this is the place where we came out from in that spot. So this is the progress room. It's a confessional, I guess. In terms of like mystic themes, Catholicism goes pretty hard. That's as much as you can learn from Blasphemous, right? Here, oh shit, my dynamic inventory is full. I can't do that one. I don't know which pills I already took, so we'll just have to leave that alone then. I've been too good at this game, right? What? Let's return to the television. Maybe I'll find something there. I swear I hear someone walking behind me. Nothing. Okay. We're done with the television, apparently. I've unlocked a lot of rooms. Oh, we've got flickering light. Hello. Another beautiful lighter. Oh my god. Avoid staring at the dark for too long, of course. Let's stare at the light. The light turned red. The light turned red. Is this the moment that I've been waiting for? Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Is this the moment I've been waiting for? Not quite, not quite. Shit, that got me. So it's red in here now. Oh. Okay, this is, I think, the moment, maybe. Yeah. This is the moment that I think I stopped caring for this game. So, we have just stepped out of the house. Alright. So, notice all of that awesome build-up we were doing, all of that atmospheric tension that was being built. It has now been diffused completely. Right? That's the issue. That's the issue I'm having. You get to escape the house several times in this story. And the game starts to be way more heavy-handed with the way it delivers its narrative. Instead of delivering it through environmental details, it is now layering on the symbolism way harder, right? That's what I've been building towards with my comments so far. You see, I mean, this is a nice environment, right? It's cool, it's chill. But it doesn't belong in Visage. That's my argument. Guilt this way, like, come on, man. You don't have to do stuff like this. Can I, like, pick up this bear? No. This is like that one level in GoldenEye, actually, with the jungle. What kind of jungle is this? Or forest, I guess. It's kind of a mixed forest. You have teddy bears all over the place in the woods. This has stopped being a horror experience. Like, I'm not scared one little bit anymore. They completely removed all the tension. Like, even if something quote-unquote spooky were to happen here, it would not hit me at all in the same way it would in the house. Look at that. And I get it, you know. The purpose of this segment is not necessarily the what I would be considering the toy-like quality of the video game. The purpose of this segment is more so the story, right? Because they're like, well, they wanted to do something a little bit different. They wanted to do something a little bit more narrative-rich, right? But oftentimes, I find that when developers want to lean into narrative, it actually causes them to abandon gameplay instead of enriching the gameplay. And so we've got this this treehouse here that's supposed to kind of explicitly lay out the story of this demon that was knocking on the wall. Right? You see this? These pieces of paper here. I want to be your friend, Lucy. Yeah, pick up the key. But, like, it's very explicit in what it like explains and describes. She becomes bad because of the demon. So she escapes to the treehouse to be with him. And there's Pico. friend killed Pico. It's quite explicit. You need the small key. Do I have the small key? I do, actually. What's this? That's like fireworks or something? No, pencils. Pencils, of course. Then they medicate her and she's sad. So, it's also the case that, you know how, what the?
Are you Lucy? Stay with me, Lucy. It's bad, Lucy. It has to go away. Don't tell anyone, Lucy. Me and you. I want to help you. It's not what it seems, Lucy. Your parents wouldn't understand, Lucy. Only you can understand. Get rid of it, Lucy. Do it, Lucy. Do it. Get rid of it, Lucy. Do it, Lucy. Get rid of it, Lucy. Do it. Get rid of it, Lucy. 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 Do it, Lucy. Get rid of it, Lucy. Your parents won't understand, Lucy. Only you can understand. Get rid of it, Lucy. Do it, Lucy. Do it. Get rid of it, Lucy. Do it, Lucy. Get rid of it, Lucy. Do it. Get rid of it, Lucy.
Do you get it? Do you get it?
Lucy.
Do you get it?
Lucy.
Just so you understand. Do you get it? Do you get it? That kind of reminded me of like the 204863 moment in PT. Although it's a lot less interesting or subtle. Here, we can get another candle here. I'm gonna just drop one of these. Actually, I'm just gonna take one of these bottoms up. Dude, I have too many. Okay, we're just gonna do that. Give me that. Put it somewhere useful. We will store this. Sure. So we have these light fixtures. That is cool. So that whole segment. Notice how they just completely took your controls away. They locked you in a room. Oh my god, are you serious? Turn that on. Dummy. They locked your character in a room to try to beat you over the head with the symbolism, right? So now, instead of caring about the house, how you're gonna get out, uncovering what's going on, the game is just like, no, you have to care about this supernatural entity tormenting this girl, and it's like kind of irrelevant to not fully irrelevant, but just like they're doing it in a way that conflicts with the gameplay instead of letting it be uncovered through the gameplay. Like it seems like they kind of gave up to me on if they want that story to be discoverable, that they could have tried some way of doing it through gameplay. And if they couldn't figure out how to do it, I think that it's not worth the sacrifice. Like, the gameplay is more important than the story. And I also note a sharp turn in the story as well. So we started with serial killer going insane, and now we're at a position of, okay, it's a ghost. It's a demon. And so we're kind of juggling tropes here. And so I don't think, to me, the story isn't compelling enough to sacrifice the gameplay to tell the story. That's what I think. Like, part of this is, if they were really good storytellers, right? If they really wanted to tell a great story, and the game was kind of just their vehicle for that, okay, sure, you know, you have games like that. I think the best thing that this game has to offer is the gameplay, the restraint they were showing with this house, where they were taking the presence, the atmosphere of PT, and taking inspiration from that to really make something special. I think they should have stuck with that. They didn't need to add anything extra. Like, this could have been a complete, like, puzzle box house that you just keep going through, and, you know, different paranormal events happen. Maybe you do have, like, figures in the hallway, and you have maybe certain mechanics, like the camera. I love the camera. By the way, here, the camera is awesome. Look at that. There's a certain section of the game where you just have the camera. And, yeah. They have good ideas when it comes to mechanics. They have the sauce, man. So yeah, I think that they started to falter. Oh, and I think, is it the case that the camera is the best thing to use here? Or maybe not. Do I have another lighter? I have yet another lighter, actually. So, not too bad here. Is this gonna lead me to the electrical key? Fuck off, dude. Okay, I do have an extra candle, so I could probably put one... I think I'll put one here. Or, well, there's a light on in here, so... Okay. Hello? I was a little kid playing. And that was the first, like, real jump scare, you know? The kind that's, like, a little bit cheap. And so I do applaud the game for being so restrained up to this point. It's just, yeah, I don't think they keep it together for too much longer. Where's my camera? Oh, please. Yeah. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Amnesia does a good job at being kind of a horror puzzle box that doesn't really stray too far from that premise. Yeah, okay, this is the part that I was thinking of. So, look, we've got... We just spent so much time building up this house as, like, the place to be. And now we're, like, going away from the house again. You know? Let's turn that off. You see, the game is now, the game has a new commitment. It has left behind the player and trying to immerse them, and it has a new commitment. It has a commitment to this fucking bird. She killed the bird! She killed the bird! She killed the bird! Why would a little girl kill a bird? That's pretty good. Okay, so what are you supposed to do about her? Find a way around, I guess. Oh. So this camera mechanic I think is awesome. Alright, am I supposed to like walk into her? I don't think so. I think I'm supposed to find a way around. Here. I'm gonna keep the lighter open as long as I can. Okay. Okay. I ain't not letting that get to me. Oh. Okay, she just went away. Okay. I thought it was going to be something like gameplay intensive. Okay, here. I think she will actually kill you. Right, this door's locked and you need the key. There's a key in this room. Elsewhere. I remember. I've been through this. And she's shuffling around. So the idea is to avoid. Which way is she going? Okay. Is this... That's not a key. Aww. Sprinting. I'm just walking slightly faster. That's my sprint speed. What is this? Ooh, a new lighter. Okay. Oh, there's the key. The cage key. I think she saw me again. Doesn't matter. Because I can do this, and then I can do this, and then I can do this. And I'm good. I think the game's trying to tell me something. It's almost like trying to make me feel guilty or something. She killed the bird. She killed the bird. I think she killed the bird, bro. I think she killed the bird. It just jammed. Okay. Like, what's the... Like, yes, she killed the bird. Okay, that's fucked up. Okay. And, like, that's where I'm at with it. We're like we're like so far from the atmosphere that was built up in the early parts of the game. We've gone into this like really subpar narrative that has nothing to offer, really. Oh no. Oh, there she is. This is her killing the bird? She's killing the bird. Somehow it won't light up. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm trying to start up the lighter and it's just not gonna work. Okay, you done telling me that she killed the bird? Yeah, all the stuffed animals and whatever. Aww. She killed the bird. Okay, and we're back in the... Nope, we're not. Okay. What? Okay, whatever. I don't know what the purpose of that room was. Okay. Actually, I think I remember a camera mechanic at the very beginning of Cry of Fear. Similar to that, you know. Although I think it's more in-depth in this game. It's just like, okay, the game wants that to be a meaningful, significant moment, but for me it's just like, whatever. Whatever, man. And here we are, back again. I think we're even... Yeah, there's no thing on the wall. Oh, what's up? The camera don't work, the lighter don't work. Oh, cool. Cool. I guess I'll do this. This is my idea. Haha. I am safe. I'm also losing sanity, like, really fast. Darkness haunts you. Dude. Look at what they're throwing away right now. Oh. When you spell things out, that's when you know you've lost it. You've lost the plot. You're just like, nah, I'll just interpret this for you. You know, I'll interpret the freaking game for you. Like, what happened, bro? Where's the puzzle box? Where's the interesting, like, interconnected house that you're exploring? Now we're in some weird territory where the game's like lecturing you about the story. Like, it's lecturing you because I guess you're supposed to be playing as the bad guy. But it's like lecturing you about the bad things that happened. Oh, I thought it was gonna spook me. I was gonna be like, that was kind of effective. Given that I stay still. That's kind of like the main idea. It's like they need to keep you contained so that they can... Yeah? Yeah, buddy. Look at this shit. This is awesome. Because it's like you get this flash of shadows and you can't quite tell what you saw. Okay, yeah, we're gonna find a light source as soon as possible. To the right here. To the right here is a good light source. Okay. Dude, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Here's a good old lighter. Light that shit up. So I'm gonna drop that and switch hand and do that. Cool. Okay. Oh good, it's PT again. They got the fetus in the sink again. What? Oh, this is a doll's chin, actually. Okay. Got a doll's chin. What else is it? Is something in here? It's not quite a good angle to like open this up with. Nah, nothing. Can you stop putting out my candles, please, bro? So where can I use a doll's chin? Bro, give me a sec. I think they want me to use the pills now. I didn't know there was a monster. I didn't know there was a monster, dude. I was not aware of this. You know what it might have been? I think the sanity just dropped so dangerously low that actually killed me. I think that's what it was. So I was actually just fucking around too much. That's the idea. Okay, so give me that. I'm just not gonna try to like maintain, you know, the same spot. I'm gonna just keep moving. Ooh, 2 dolls. Oh, that's where they're kept. That's where they're kept. Okay. Shut up. I'll say shut up, boy. Yeah, okay, fine. The monster is here. Okay, kill me again. Load the autosave. Give me the doll head. Mannequin jaw. Oh, wait, I know where I could put this. Your lighter is empty. Okay, let's drop it. Get us a new lighter. I know where to go. Downstairs. Where's the shit? Yeah, there you are. Stay sane, and we want to go actually this way. I think through here. Yeah. We're gonna put the doll head on this. I think, is it this doll? Hooray! We got another autosave. Okay. Dude, imagine how much more effective this would be Is this also not, like, actually pausing my game? It might not actually be pausing the game. Here, let's take a pill. These are my chill pills. Just imagine how much more effective this would have been without all that story fluff. You know, if you had that same haunting where it's just like weird breathing and you just didn't have any context for it, it would actually, I feel like it would hit harder. Motherfucker. Tuba fart. Tuba fart. Okay, are we... I don't know that I'm doing anything wrong particularly. I mean, the sanity meter wasn't low. You know? Unless there's like literally some kind of invisible entity walking around. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm supposed to hide at that time. Okay. So what's the significance of this? Oh. Did I lose? Okay, it wanted me to go into here. See if I can grab some pills. You should keep this with you. Keep the camera. Oh, yep, it's camera time. Looked. This is the camera section of the game. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna go this way. I think I got teleported. Yeah, candle? Candle? Can't touch the candle. What are we looking at here? I don't even know what I'm seeing. Whatever, alright. That's so cool. Okay. Sure. Alright. Suppose I'm going this way. There wasn't really anything to see, was there? Good practice, I guess. Because this is how this segment of the game will go. I do like how the game opened with saying, like, this game features disturbing imagery, and then immediately shows one of the most, like, horrific opening scenes of any game that I've seen. Rarely does a game actually, like, meet that criteria. Yeah. Bunny. Bunny. The fucking Bunui. Look, it's the Visage. Shh. Shush. Stop farting at me. Okay. Ah! I'm getting Discord pinged. Sorry about that. Okay, something cool happening in here. Ah. Take your pick, I guess. This one's calling to me. I think the level design wants me to pick this one. No. This one? No. We have gone into full on. This is it's a trend in horror, right? Games that there's always this one turning point in a game where they start going into, like, psychological territory. They try to go heavy on the symbolism, but it's not substantial, you know? There's not, like, they haven't earned it, right? That's the way I feel about it. It's not a game that's particularly strong because of its symbolism. You know, the strength of Visage has been its atmosphere. It's not telling a particularly compelling story, in my opinion. I took the pills, I didn't mean to. Here, let's actually put those back. It just sounds like coffee machines, like brewing coffee. Well, I think one of these doors is gonna jump scare me. That's probably the idea. Are you supposed to not get jump scared? Okay. I guess I won't do that one in specific. Oh, wait, what if you, like, barely crack it and then use the camera? Okay. I think it was... this one. It just sounds like coffee brewing in the morning. Like, it does not sound like a jump scare. It doesn't sound like a scary monster. Oh. No. Okay. Oh, there's just a door here. Oh, that's where it came from. This was the one. I suppose this breathing is supposed to be the sound that the girl was making when she was being shot. Did I get it? Are we doing like whack-a-mole here? I think I got it. It just sounds like you're walking around a bunch of sleeping people. There's like 2 wardrobes here. Bitch, you gonna let me take that picture? Alright, fine. Have it your way. And we're in the house. It's the man. Wee. Oh, I took the pills again. I think we're past the point where the pills are even needed. Climb. Oh, it's a hole. Oh, we're doing the Silent Hill thing. Reach into that hole in the wall. Yeah, oh. Okay. Cool. I think I unlocked a door somewhere else. That's why I went back. That's a neat little... It's like the forest. It's like the forest. What do you mean it's supposed to be scary? Game. Oh. I would love a light source. Yeah, wouldn't I ever love a light source? You cannot store this. I'm not trying to store this item. I just want to move this item. Okay. I guess we have to... No? Okay. Where am... What the... Okay. I see. Oh, God. This sucks. Oh my God, this sucks. Like, it's cool, but it's also like, ugh. Okay, we can use this light to actually, like, see around. It's like, it's almost like the game is, like, reducing its frame rate down to, like, 1 frame every few seconds, because that is, like, 1 frame. What do you mean, wow? Well, they stopped showing me the sanity meter, so I presumed that it wasn't in effect at this time. I don't know if it even is still in effect at this time. Maybe the game's bugged. I don't know. But I presumed that we didn't have to worry about sanity during this specialized sequence in the game. Oh, Lord. There's gotta be something I gotta piece together, right? Jesus. Okay, that's just an empty room. Yeah, so I'm finding myself dwindling in terms of my investment in this game. Because, again, that's another thing you lose is when a player is invested in the actual unraveling of the house. You know, when you start playing with space, when you start giving them disconnected minigame areas, basically, then you've removed the investment. You know, the investment is that the player had in the previous space is now gone. So I'm no longer, like, uncovering that one mystery that's been bugging me the whole game. I'm just wandering around in this linear sequence. I'd rather have a game where there's an early locked door and I'm like, I wonder how you get that open, you know? Take another sanity pill, I guess. I'm not sure the actual mechanics of why that happens. Maybe it's the lights flickering? I guess the lights flickering means the ghost is nearby. You probably just don't want to cross up a flickering light. That's probably it. Let's try that again. Okay. Good, 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 good. What's this? Oh, right. I went through there. Why did I go through there? Ooh. The game is happy to explain most things to you, but it will not explain the mechanics of this monster. I would be more forgiving if the game were consistent with its standards, right? If they didn't explain so much to you, the fact that they missed explaining something would be part of their intent in the game design. But now it just feels like an oversight that they didn't explain the mechanics of this monster. Okay, no flickering. Need a rusty key. Cool. That's the sound of the monster being nearby, I guess. When the game farts at you. So when I see a flickering light, I'll just avoid it. Right? Here's the storage cabinet. Do I want to, like, hide or something? Do I want to hide and wait for the sound to go away? Maybe that's what I want to do. I didn't open that door. There's actually a system here. There's a monster system. Kind of a basic one, but I think there's actually some dynamics here. I didn't realize that. So if I close this, am I good? I closed it. Does that mean I'm good? Because the monster's, like, invisible, right? Except for the flickering lights. Oh shit, it's right there. I understand! I'm learning! I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay. That's interesting. Wonder how I can get around it. Alright, so let's just go straight to the correct door, which is this one. What's in here? I never went through here. Or is this the place I did go? I think this is. Yeah. Okay, so I got stuck in there. I mean, it's not like there's even anything in here. Look at this. The fuck are you supposed to... There actually is a patrolling monster that is completely invisible. That's interesting. This is the rusty key. Okay. Okay. So, are you gonna fart at me? God, I hope so. Okay, rusty key. Not that one, this one. Okay, the game farted at me means the monster's in the room with me. It runs slowly. Oh, can we like edge here? Oh wait, hold on. The board. The board. Okay. Piecing it together. I'm dead though, so I have to go get the board. I guess I'm not dead. Flickering light means I'm dead, though. Pretty much. Okay. How do you get back out of here? Oh, whatever. Okay. I'm supposed to go up. Oh, farting. Oh, here's that board. It's jammed. I don't think I like this, dude. I don't think I'm a fan of this. The whole running from the monster thing is kind of poo-poo. Unless there's a mechanic I didn't pick up on, which, again, if the game is committed to teaching people, then it should absolutely... What? What happened here? Okay, that's the part with the thing. Am I supposed to go back there? Did I fuck my save file? I might have fucked the save file. Maybe I can do that? Autosave 2? Maybe that will fix my soft lock. So if I pull that board, right? If I pull that board and pick it up, that should fix things. Oh boy. Would you look at this game design? It forgot about what the game was supposed to be. You know, they were like, you know what, this house is too messy. We need to make it more clean so that we can have the gameplay that we want. We need to have the puzzles that we want. Instead of making it part of the house, they just made it this insane psychological sequence. Which... this might have been a result of, you know, losing time, losing money, losing whatever. Okay, so I can't actually do anything with this. Okay, good to know. I can't actually pick this up. I thought this would have been what helped me get across that thing. And they don't really use these inventory mechanics in very interesting ways, I think. The game's not... like, the game is not as systematic as this inventory system would imply. You know? I feel like they have this because it was a cool idea, but not because the game is that deep. Right? The game really isn't that deep. So it should be a little bit different in here. Oh, yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. And that's where the autosave happens, and that's where they... well, when you die, they'll close that door back up. Okay. Okay. Understood. Alright. Oh, man. I'm seeing a corner here. But it doesn't lead anywhere. What was I doing? Going through here. Yes. Okay. Indeed. So we got farted at, which means the monster is nearby, and it's going to be patrolling, I suppose. Locked. So we gotta go through here. Go around here. Going down the stairs. Don't get stuck in that room. Oh, actually, that's the room we need to be in. Oh, I'm fucked. I knew it. The second you see the blinking light, you're dead. I think this is why Oni Plays gave up on this game, because it just starts being this kind of bullshit. I like the idea. I don't like the lack of mercy. That's what I don't like. I like the idea of, like, okay, make sure that you are keeping yourself away from the blinking lights. I think there should be some more layers to this so that it's not instant death. Because if you just find yourself in the wrong spot, you're just kind of cooked. I think they could make that mechanic good, but as is, it is very punishing, and the fact that it doesn't explain itself is weird for this game, right? They have all these stupid tutorials in the beginning. I think because they knew they had an overcomplicated inventory system. Alright, let's see if we can get through here. Okay. That's not the door. This is the door. Okay. Don't want to go in there yet. Is there a board or something? Some bridge I could use? Maybe it's sitting around here. Like here, actually. Okay, so I'm gonna go look at the gap, and then I'm gonna come back. Oh, well, unless the game farts at me. Now I'm just done. It's just kind of over now. Okay. Flickering light. Oh, this thing. Duh. I believe it's just gonna it's gonna lerp into place the second that this hits the hitbox, right? Yup. Yup, I knew it. I knew it. Okay. And now we're in the shitty indie game spooky house territory. Like this is the kind of shit that this game I liked this game for not doing this, right? Ooh, we're shaking the door. Ooh, there's a spooky. Ah. Okay. Handsome Squidward looking ass. Okay. Interact. Oh, we climbing? We climbing. If I can get up there. Yeah, there's a way around. I just like the frickin' Unity cube room. I don't even think it's Unity. Just like concrete cube room with shit in it. It's like they had a whole damn house that they could play with, and they just abandoned it. Like, why? Oh look, this candle's almost dead. Okay. Did I finish the chapter? No. No. Okay. Here, can I get my lighter back? Yeah. Okay, are we insanity mode again, or does that matter anymore? I can't ever tell with this game, you know? Yeah, we're insanity mode. We're insanity mode. Okay, cool. I'm gonna grab some pills. There's the bird cage. Are we still on that chapter, or did it finish? The best way to check would be to see if there are the chapter starters in the main room here. If those exist, then we're done. They do not. Okay, so we're still in the chapter. Okay. Do we have, we have light again, which is good. Can I, like, stare out the window and regain? Yeah, I can. I can regain sanity that way. Okay. Cool. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on here. Here, let's get that lighter back. Am I recovering sanity? Yeah. Okay. So if we see flickering lights, I mean, we don't have electricity right now, so I don't think we're gonna see flickering lights. But if candles start going out, that's when we know. To be wary. Alright, so do I have any key items? I didn't really gain anything. Oh my god. Are you serious? Okay. Well, darkness haunts you. Okay. I remember that. I remember that. Are we doing this again? Okay. Actually, I think the whole interpretation I had where that breathing sound was supposed to be the sound she was making after being shot. I don't think that actually tracks with the symbolism that they're setting up here, because they're setting up that there is an entity separate from the girl. We're doing this again? Are they seriously about to, like, put me back through this? If they put me back through it, we're done. We're done with this game, okay? Yeah. Let's go down. The bathroom is back to normal, so that's good. Here, let's look at the light. What does this game want from me at this point? I don't have any more ideas on where to go. So I suppose I'll just kind of wander around, see what we see. I'll try the basement again. So if they put me back here, and I haven't collected any items, I've just kind of just wandered, actually. I went through their little puzzle sequence, but nothing else has been happening. The thing about this game is you can't do a whole lot of wandering because you're constantly losing resources as a result. Right? That's the issue. What are we doing here? No, keep that open. So if the game makes you wander too much, you're actually just gonna run out of resources and die. So there's a bit of pressure to find the right thing quickly. And I think that's a bit of a problem. I'm on my last lighter. So let's think. Where haven't we checked? Maybe the living room. On the television. Maybe the girl's bedroom again. Right, the girl's bedroom might be a thing. All the upstairs bedrooms could be a thing. So let's go that way. So living room, television. Well, the electricity shouldn't be on. Okay, all the light switches are removed. That's the idea. Okay, so we got scrapes up the wall. I'm trying, bro. I'm really trying. Okay. Drink the pills. I like how our character can just like down a pill with no water. Okay. Bathroom? New lighter. I like that they've restocked. Uh-oh, it's the bathroom sequence. Oh no, it's jammed. It's Jiminy jammed. Oi, why are you filling the tub? Yeah. I'm just waiting on this to get filled up, to be honest. If I had a candle, I think I could place one down somewhere. Yeah, right here. I do not have a candle, though. Dude? Okay, swap it out then. So you step into the tub. I think this is the end of the chapter, if I'm remembering. I guess the ghost drew you a bath, so you might as well accept it. Okay. Again, we're here with the heavy symbolism, the really just they're just laying it on thick, you know.
Lucy! Supper's ready! Come on up!
Just
Lucy!
they have to spell it all out, man. She killed the bird. She killed the bird. Oh my god.
Why would she do that? She loved Pico!
I don't know. She's never done anything like this. Think we should
I don't know. You already told me like 10 million times that she killed the bird. Like, you don't need to tell me again. There's nothing more to get out of this. And they don't, I guess they're I don't know. They need to acknowledge that. They need to acknowledge that this isn't that deep.
You heard the diagnostic. She could be in danger. We don't have much of a choice.
Like, why did you...
I know all that! But who the hell prescribes syringes for a child? Couldn't they just give us pills like everyone else? How can a child trust a parent that thrusts needles up their arms? This new doctor clearly doesn't know anything about parenting. I don't want their help anymore. She's only been worsening ever since we went to these doctors. Imaginary friends and all these weird behaviors. She doesn't even call me Mom anymore!
They're just trying to help. It's not their fault. Even before we sought their help, she had problems.
Dude.
She killed Pico for fuck's sake.
I've seen better performances out of high school plays, bro. Like... That's the thing. You start relying on not even just movie tropes, not even just like, I don't know, filmmaking techniques, but now you're starting to like use stage play techniques, literally. Like, I don't know that they mocapped the characters, but they definitely like are setting this up like it's a dramatic play, like a reenactment of the events. And that just removes all the impact of the environmental storytelling, right? Like the restraint that they were showing earlier is completely steamrolled at this point. Get in the tub of blood. The blood that is on your hands. The blood of the bird. What are you wearing? Are you wearing, like, combat boots or something? Delicious. Do the same thing again. Oh, it's kind of good, actually.
What are you doing in there? Unlock the door, please. Lucy? Are you okay? Open the door now! Lucy!
What's going on?
Lucy locked herself in there. She won't open!
Lucy, open that door now. Lucy, open that goddamn door now! Move!
You know, they make... Oh, okay. They make doors with, like, fail-safes in them now. You can use a screwdriver to open any, you know, indoors door in the house. Okay, so it's useless now. Okay. Pride. So there was guilt, and now there's pride. So what happened there? Was there, like, the idea that this was the doing of the ghost? Yet again? It's okay, so you gotta grab the jaw. Oh my god. Okay. Complete Lucy's chapter. I guess I never did it before. A gruesome end. Yeah. It's not that deep, bro. The story isn't that deep, bro. It was not worth sacrificing this atmosphere for that. That's what I'm sad about. Like, look at, like, this fucking atmosphere. Look. Like, the absolute, like, presence you get in this. You hear the creaking of the house, you got... And then they throw it all away, man. They throw it all away for that shallow bullshit. Okay, so if you do the VCR, I'm guessing it starts another chapter. Or is this Lucy? Okay, so then this might start a new chapter. I'm gonna say that the next time it tells me I'm gonna start a new chapter, I'm just gonna let the game go. Because my point has been made already, I would say, by now. And I don't have any interest in completing all chapters. It's just not something I have interest in. Okay, so I'm gonna... Is there anything more? That's cute. Okay. I think that's gonna restart the... That's restarting the video? Yeah. So I'm gonna go to the basement and check this thing out, and then I'm basically done. I think, yeah, it did say Lucy's chapter was over. So if this basement doesn't offer me anything other than a new chapter, then I'm done. So if we go down... Yeah, I'm losing sanity, I don't care. Avoid standing in the dark too long. Here. Okay. Okay, I don't care. I don't care enough. Alright. So, here is something I thought I would do after the fact. I thought I might showcase a game that I think does not falter in its premise. At least, at least I don't think it falters much. We'll put it that way. I think there's way more that the final version of I'm Scared could do to keep its premise pure. But compared to Visage, it is a lot closer, I would say. So we've got this opening tutorial here. Your standard, typical opening tutorial tells you the controls, tells you how to interact, right? And then it tells you, how to crouch to pick things up. And then immediately, something's wrong. The game doesn't just tell you that there's a story to uncover. The game makes you part of the narrative immediately. You already feel threatened, right? And you don't even know what's going on. If you look on the right side here, it actually shows yeah. One thing that I will say is the original release of I'm Scared feels a lot better to me because it does not have this opening sequence, right? This title screen. But there are certain ways that the title screen could be viewed as an extension of the game's themes, which I could talk about in a more complete playthrough. I'm just giving you the kind of the idea of I'm Scared right now. Yeah, and this is where you would have started on the original game. Just total blind playthrough. You don't know what you're doing or anything. I'm getting Discord messages because there's an ongoing conversation. But you collect this key, and the whole achievement system has its own sort of meta uses in the game. But of course, in the original, there wouldn't have been that achievement thing. I do tend to prefer the original release due to the lack of these video gamey things, right? But as you can see, like, there's no like interruptions. There's nothing getting in your way. It's just your footsteps. And then the ambience, right? So the idea of this game should have been, like, at the beginning, it was more like that kind of classic creepypasta thing, where, okay, you found this game on some website, or maybe you found it on your hard drive, you didn't remember what it was all about, so you click it open, and you're here, right? You are here, and I think it's E to interact with things. and you have no idea what even to make of this. I already know that there's a key back here. Yeah. I might just as well have played the original. I just think that there are certain advantages to playing this final release, which would have been like the frame rate, the audio system is actually functional, unlike in the original. There's a lot of advantages. Oh, and we're back on the desktop. You get to start back up again. You would have read the note on your desktop about the name of the creature, of course. Here, I'll show you the note. I just find that here, yeah, there it is. So you have attention.txt, right? And this here is pretty much everything you need to know about the game. And I don't know, it just has this light touch to it, where it's not trying to, it doesn't feel like it's trying too hard, you know? It's able to weave the narrative in a way that works with the game instead of competing with the game, right? It's not trying to juggle two priorities. It's making them one and the same. The narrative is about you, the player, and it's about your relationship to Whiteface, right? And the game just gives you so many opportunities to realize who's the one in charge, basically. But of course, I love the way that the game plays with that over time, because it's not the case that Whiteface is the one in charge all the time. And it's not the case that he's always breathing down your neck like this. Right? I mean, even that first section of the game. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Ding! That means that I can go. Let's see if I can find it. It's on my left. I mean, on my right. Whoops. Ding. We did it. And there's like little gameplay segments, you know? It's not like the game is just trying to get a reaction out of you all the time. It's doing subtle things like this I love watching you thing. Right? That in and of itself, you know, it's the game just kind of, oh, hello. How to play.
How to play, I'm scared. To play I'm scared, you just have to think outside the box. To do so, I've made an example, just for you. Let's pretend that you're stuck in a room, and you need a heart to exit. Looking around, you'll find a key, and with that key, you'll be able to open the closet near the exit door. You won't find anything in the closet. It'll take some seconds, though, to understand that while you were exploring, a passage has opened behind you. It takes a small effort to be involved. Are you brave enough?
I'm wondering if that was Ivan himself speaking there. But yeah, I guess the game opens that up if you stand around too long. Yeah, so the game is patient with you, is what I'm trying to say. It's not trying to grab at you and try to like get validation from you. It's not trying to, I don't know, it's not desperate in its need to make you scared. And in small way, the way it does this is in small ways. It tells you that, it lets you know that it knows that you're playing. It knows that, you know, it's letting you know that the game is watching you. Look at this. It's teasing you. Because it plays off of this idea that both you and the developer know damn sure that the developer's capable of jump scaring you, right? The developer's capable of like anything. And so you feel this like restraint that's not like it's not a comfortable feeling. It's more like, what the fuck do you have planned? One of them is lying. And it plays with all of these like emotional language, but it doesn't attach any continuity to them. Right? It like that emotional language is not there to like give you a separate narrative. It is part of the mind games that the entity is supposed to be playing on you. And we gotta go all the way back over here. You know, when you see basically it's play acting at suffering, it's play acting at being scared in order to just get you to let your guard down, right? It's that kind of like trickster spirit sort of attitude, sort of personality. You used the pulsating heart. Okay. And it's gonna open up again. Dude, that's such a good scare. And then I'm gonna play through the sequence up until basically the end of the first act. We're pretty much there at the end of the first act. And so certain sections of the game, it just feels like you're left to start moving. It feels like the entity is totally absent. And so you're almost left like, okay, well, maybe there's like something to this, you know? Maybe there's more than just the tricks at play here, you know? Maybe there's some kind of strategy. You know, you're solving these keys, you're collecting items, solving puzzles. So I collected the tongs so that I could go in here and do this. And then all of that is shattered when it turns black and you walk out here and you're like, oh no. Yeah, no, it has not ended. What did I collect? Key number 8? Key number 8. And then you hear that sound. I didn't mean to do that, it said. Fucking hell, dude. Lovely little couch. And notice how like sparsely decorated this place is. There's not a lot of assets to this game, and that's one of the major strengths of it. It actually, I think, hits a lot harder when a game has fewer assets that it uses more effectively. Right? It's telling its story using only the pieces that it needs to. Door 7, and then it turns bright again. And you're like, well, okay, that feels a little bit better, right? Feels a little bit better. There's with the emotional manipulation there again. Like, I'm sure anyone watching this must have at some point come across this game in their feed or something like that. It's a very well-known horror game. So what I'm not really playing it like a first timer. I'm playing it having already experienced it more than once. Just kind of analyzing the design because it's very clean. It's very, very good. as an achievement. That's for later in the game. I have a lot of names. One of them is her. I do believe there's a rare occurrence. If it will work. No. I got the rare occurrence on my first playthrough. Here, you gotta hold escape. But yeah, that was essentially the first section of I'm Scared. And yeah, there's a reason that game stuck with me over the years. In my mind. You know, it wasn't always like at the forefront, but every time I thought back on it, I remembered how good it was. And yeah, I think that's because it was able to do something amazing. It was able to marry its narrative into the gameplay. It let the narrative actually be the gameplay. It emerges from the gameplay. The themes, right, are tied in directly. And I think most of all, it is allowing the player to remain proactive throughout the game, even though it does change environments, right? It is still letting the player get accustomed to the new environment, and then it doesn't beat them over the head with anything. It's very very smart about how it delivers its narrative. And the narrative is quite simple. It's just this game is fucking haunted, and the entity simply would like to toy with you. And that's what it does. There's no attempt to mix the message, you know? It focuses on what matters to its design. And I think that's what makes it a very strong game. Anyway, that's as much as I wanted to say about it for now. We'll see if I want to make any more of these Let's Play reviews. I already have some ideas, like the Talos Principle 2 might be another one. But we'll see.